Hi everybody. So I am back here. Yesterday, if we remember, we had started our play. It had created the VM, and after launching the second VM, we tried to log into the database server, and that's the moment when we had an internet connection problem. And it was also the first time I was recording with Camstasia software. So I thought, let me take this opportunity, break pause here, and then uh, see that the video is working well. So indeed the video worked, and we are starting from here. I have exactly the same screen, and here I am logging into the control machine. So, and we'll start the playbook also. From this control machine, we wanted to go to the server which was newly created. I try to log in, and while it is logging in, also I want to let's go to the OpenStack the dashboard, origin dashboard. From here we can see that both the games are now ready, and running for so many minutes. Let's do a refresh. 12 hours 49 minutes back I had started this exercise, so they must be ready and idle. And with this state, we'll again start our play, and we described that each of this Ansible play has a characteristic called idempotent. This idempotent behavior allows us to run the playbook as many times as we want. Wherever the tasks are already completed, uh, Ansible won't do any harm to them. It will just check the state and returning OK state. But if it is pending, it will go ahead and create. So therefore, we'll go there and start our Ansible playbook once again. We log into the proxy server. This is my laptop Ubuntu machine. Now I have gone into the proxy server, which is another Ubuntu machine, and from there we go to the Ansible control server. Yeah, we are pretty much there, and this is the playbook. If you recollect, I start here, and it is asking the password. Okay, what I did a mistake is to go to the folder. This is my project folder name, and once again we run this. And you will see that all the previous steps it will once again execute. Create network, you see, since the network is present, it hasn't done anything. Okay, so why I had to enter the password? Uh, because I had encrypted some of the username and password and stored it in a separate file, which is encrypted by Ansible Vault feature. And when it is encrypted, either I have to manually enter the password, which I did here, or I can keep it in a password file. From here it can read, or the third way of doing it is that I can actually call a decrypting program, which means that the text file which will be writing, that will be encrypted by some other method outside of Ansible, and then Ansible will call a decrypting program, uh, using which the all the password will be read from that file. In that case, this password, manual entering this password is not required. Therefore, it's not a bottleneck in the entire automation chain, which we'll cover shortly. So you see the VM creation state and all of them has gone properly. And while it is gathering the statistics from the newly created VM, we'll again go back to our playbook explanation. So we explained last night that this is how the usernames are created. Come back from here. Okay, this is our program. Close this on. It is now executing this part of the play. Okay, it will gather statistics, and this statistics gathered task will help Ansible to identify server roles, such as whether it is a database server or it is an application server, and based on that, respective roles will be applied. Yeah, it's still going on. So while this is going on, let me little bit explain you what is the application we are deploying here. We are trying to deploy a Django-based application where the deployment follows the MVC model. The development follows a MVC model. MVC stands for Model, View, and Controller. So the entire code is divided and organized into three parts. We start with a model, which is a place where we define the data structure, and the table and the database table informations are stored here. So in our application, which is uh, which is a centralized server, stores server records in the database, operating system record in the database, and from there uh, there will be a browser or a mobile interface where the server can be selected. Then we can type in some keyword which has to be searched on all the servers, and it will do the log analysis, returning the result. That's the purpose of the application. What we wanted to show you is this is in progress. Is applying the common task. Okay, so see how we define the table information. So this is one of the table we are where we are storing the OS instance, which is the server instance, and these are the field of the table or the column of the table: name, IP, OS, SSH port. This is how we define it. This is the property. This is the type of the field. This is how we define it here. Okay, once that is done, the table information, there are several tables in this database. Okay, once that is done, we go and open this, we go to the controller part. So what is controller? Controller maps in Django the controller model of MVC is actually named here as view. In the view, we define how this data from this table are feed in from the web browser. So controller acts in between user and the database. So as you can see here, you have the purpose of the view or the controller is to take a request from browser or from REST using REST protocol. So API based or browser based request will be coming here, either post or get type. Then this will be processed, the information will be processed, and finally it will return a HTML template. So that's the simple purpose of Django view or MVC controller. It is interfacing between user and the database. So, and then finally the information to be displayed to the user is stored in this file or in this template. Let's go find out the template. This is the template, the simple HTML file. Here it is, and the data which are processed, the variables which are defined in controller will be processed here using Django template language. Okay, so that is how you isolate if the three functionalities of an application, where if you want to change the data structure, you go and make the changes here in the model without even disturbing the rest of the part. When you want to change something in the logic of information processing, that you do it in the controller or the view part, and when you need to change the look and feel of the application, you do it in this template. And expertise also may vary, because somebody may be expert in defining or creating a good HTML pages or web pages. He will work here. Somebody who is good at database, he will work here in this model. And that's how the jobs can be segregated. The business logic programmer can work on this. And once these programs are written, it can be seamlessly deployed in multiple platforms of databases, multiple types of databases, and those things you define here in settings. And you can see that for this demo purpose, we have taken MySQL as the database. Here, the database engine is MySQL, but we could also choose a MS Okay, everything remaining same when the application will be deployed, which will show during our this role play. It will seamlessly create the tables in the databases. Okay, we know what is the search law, the database name, host name, port number, and these are defined here. And taking this value, the deployment guy will go to, or the deployment code we are referring, you see, here it is. Those values are given here. So this is normally, the application developer will write a code and then give it to the infrastructure guy. There will be series of meetings to understand this type of values and parameters, how it will connect and how it will operate and all. But you see, when it is in DevOps model, when you are doing this automation, it is the developer and the infrastructure guy, the same guy, and is working on this code, both have the visibility of how the application works and how this uh, infrastructure deployment to be done, and that speed ups the entire uh, application rollout process. Fine, we let's see where we are in terms of processing. Well, it is in the common configuration part, and before it goes into, so let's see what is expected next. Common configuration only does everything. It will just add these proxies and then do a apt-get update, where it will take a long time to uh, do the apt cache update, and that's the time to save recording. I'm going to recording and the trace as well. I'm going to pause it for a while this work goes on, and we'll again start this recording once this has progressed a little bit and we have something to explain to you. Stay on so that we will come back shortly.